courtesy of Bevan, VK5BD's ATV channel and YouTube channel. VK1WIA National News, wireless weather and radio sport is next. Then we're back, live and local news, and your voice, your say. It's radio callback time.
From Australia, this is the Wireless Institute of Australia with the weekly news service. This broadcast is in text, audio and video and is accessed on wia.org.au.
Well, here we go. November 7, it's the VK National News broadcast. Heard right across Australia, across the world on VK1WIA. WIA affiliated clubs coordinator Angelo VK2NWT joins us with a call to all affiliated clubs. One off, one on. Thanks to a WIA National News listener, we've been advised and we've triple-checked that the 2021 Rosebud Radio Festival, organised by Spark, has been cancelled. So don't pop along November 14. But a brand new addition to the social scene, and not much prior notice, is that the Gold Coast will be having a Hamfest this year, and it happens Sunday, November 21. I'm Graham, VK4BB, and now the news.
No, you haven't tuned the ether stirrer. This is the official VK Ham News from the One, VK1WIA.
Hi everyone, this is Angelo VK2NWT, WIA Affiliated Clubs Coordinator. One of my first tasks in my new role is checking all club contact details that are currently registered with the WIA. As you all know, the list of affiliated clubs on the WIA website is a great resource for clubs to get noticed by people browsing the WIA website. It's usually the place where newcomers will first find out about your club, and they may want to make further inquiries with you. So given this, it's obviously vital that your club contact details are in fact correct. Over time, some positions and responsibilities held within clubs may change, and we appreciate that sometimes the contact names and details of the new incumbents to a role may not have yet made it to your club's WIA page. I've recently tried to get in contact with a few clubs using the details that currently appear on their WIA club page, and surprisingly, more than a few have either bounced back as an unknown email address, or I've been advised that the individual hasn't held that position for some time. In some cases, I've even been advised that the club no longer exists. So what I'm obviously asking is for all club secretaries, presidents, or whomever is responsible at your club for looking after your page to please take a few moments today to check the contact details that appear on your page and to make sure that they are in fact correct, and to please make the necessary updates where needed. Additionally, by making sure your club contact information is correct, you guarantee that correspondence between the WIA and your club is received in a timely and efficient manner. By the way, if you're a newly formed club or a club that is not yet affiliated with the WIA, then I strongly urge you to become affiliated, as it can only benefit your club and its members. Please check out the WIA affiliation page on the WIA website, where you'll find details on what is required and how to proceed with your application. So please let me know if you have any questions or if you need any help to update your contact details on your WIA club affiliated webpage. I can be contacted by email at vk2nwt@wia.org.au. That's VK2 November Whiskey Tango @wia.org.au, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Thanks everyone. 73's from Angelo VK2NWT.
Now, international news with Jason, VK2LAW.
Hello. Commencing news from Region 1. European Commission examines the need for new rules on solar panel installations. IARU Region 1 reports the European Commission is to examine the need for new rules on the environmental impact of photovoltaics. IARU Region 1 Political Relations Committee PRC responded recently to a European Commission roadmap on the environmental impact of photovoltaics. The radio spectrum is an important finite natural resource which must be protected. While PV technology of itself is to be welcomed, the IARU submission pointed out that the inherent problems of non-compliant installations, particularly the installation or retrofitting of optimizers, which can produce significant spectrum pollution for very limited efficiency increase. To news from Region 2, first woman nominated to head US FCC. US President Joe Biden has made it official. He's nominated Jessica Rosenworcel to become the 35th permanent leader of the FCC. With the approval of the Senate on Capitol Hill, she would become the first woman at the helm of the agency on a permanent basis. She's been serving as acting chair since January. Radio amateurs in the Dominican Republic have participated in a natural earthquake evacuation drill. To prepare the Dominican population on how to respond to an evacuation process in the event of an earthquake, the Dominican government, through the Emergency Operations Centre COE, successfully conducted a simulation and national evacuation drill. During the exercise, the 8 objectives set by the COE for coordination and preparation steps were achieved. The institution's director, Juan Manuel Mendez Garcia, summarised these objectives. Exercise the contingency plan in case of an earthquake, to strengthen the preparation and response of public and private institutions as well as the population, should there be an earthquake, considering the additional complications imposed by the COVID-19 pandemic. Radio amateurs were represented during the drill by members of the Radio Club Dominicano. A team of amateur radio operators assembled and brought into operation a repeater in record time, serving as practice and a demonstration to measure the time needed to restore communications as part of the simulation. And in news from Region 3, New Zealand's radio spectrum management say every person wanting to supply radio transmitters in New Zealand must apply for a licence to supply radio transmitters, either as an individual or organisation. A supplier is any person in New Zealand who imports, manufactures, distributes, sells or installs electrical, electronic or radio products to the market. If the supplier also wants to supply unrestricted two-way radios described under the Prohibition Notice, Unrestricted Two-Way Radio Notice 2018, they must also apply to become a permitted person. Applying for a licence to supply and a permitted person licence is a two-step process. Unrestricted radios can only be sold to qualified radio amateurs. A permitted person will be obligated to follow the additional terms, conditions and restrictions outlined in their licence to supply. Permitted persons will be audited periodically for compliance with the licence. Failing to comply with the conditions of the licence may result in enforcement action. Also, NZART Council have made the decision to hold the NZART Conference in Wellington 2022. This is at the James Cook Grand Chancellor on the 11th and the 12th of June. Next year's NZART Conference will be run a week after the Queen's birthday weekend as a 2-day event, with the ability to fly in and fly out with only a single night's accommodation. For WIA National News in Sydney, I'm Jason, VK2LAW.
Weird and wonderful. I'm John, VK4JJW. Could this be the domino effect? For the first time ever, a popular UK pizza delivery chain is offering its customers the chance to order pizza via Morse code to celebrate its partnership with Call of Duty and the new World War II game Vanguard. Pizza lovers can transport themselves back in time by ordering their Papa John's treats through dashes and dots. They simply sign up for the chance to get their hands on a complimentary Morse code kit and order themselves a free Call of Duty bundle, including one large pizza, classic side, large drink, and access to bonus in-game items delivered in a limited edition pizza box. Those who receive a Morse code kit will need to get their head in the game to crack the code and unlock a complimentary Call of Duty bundle. Customers will need to guess one of the 5 game-related codes and translate this into Morse code, with each code correlating to a specific pizza topping: cheese and tomato, all the meats, vegan garden party, Hawaiian or double pepperoni. Giles Codd, UK Marketing Director at Papa John's, said, "We're super excited to launch a first with our Morse code ordering service and to continue our partnership with Call of Duty. And as an aside, if you understand why a pizza is round, arrives in a square box, and is eaten in triangular slices, then you probably even understand XYLs.
This is the home service of the Wireless Institute of Australia through VK1WIA. Now operational news with Felix, VK4FUQ.
Hello there. Spring VHF-UHF Field Days, November 27-28. CQ Worldwide CW Contest, November 27-28. December 4 and 5, 160 metres worldwide. December 11-12, 10 metres worldwide. 2022. January, the entire month every year, is the WIA Ross Hall VHF-UHF Marathon Contest. 0000 UTC 1 January till 23:59 hours UTC 31st January. WIA VHF-UHF Field Days. Summer 2022. 0100 hours UTC Saturday 15 January through 0059 hours UTC Sunday 16 January. Dippers and VK6. John Memorial Field Day, March 2022. Harry Angel Memorial 80 metre Sprint, Saturday 7th of May 2022. 10 hours UTC to 11:46 UTC. VK Shires Contest 11 June 2022. WIA VHF-UHF Field Days, Winter 2022. 0200 hours UTC Saturday 25 June through 0159 hours UTC Sunday 26 June. Dippers and VK6. WIA Trans-Tasman Low Band Contest, 16 July 2022. The Trans-Tasman Contest, held on the third weekend in July, aims to encourage low band activity between VK and ZL. WIA-RD or Remembrance Day Contest, weekend closest to the 15th of August each year. 2022 at Saturday, Sunday, August 13-14. WIA NZART Oceania Contest. Phone, first full weekend in October 2022, 0600 hours UTC Saturday to 0600 hours UTC Sunday. CW, second full weekend in October 2022, 0600 hours UTC Saturday to 0600 hours UTC Sunday. Log deadline for all logs, 31st October. DX window, VK20 home. Don't forget that the WIA special event call sign VK20 home is still available for members' use until December 31st, 2021. Check the WIA website and special event pages to book your time slot for use. VI50SG is QRV until December's end, commemorating 50 years of the St George Amateur Radio Society in New South Wales. QSL via the Bureau. Panama. Stations 3F200AT, 3E200P and 3F200NG are QRV until November 30, celebrating Panama's bicentennial anniversary of independence from Spain. QSL route is via club logs OQRS or LOTW. French special event. Station TM60ANT between November the 16th and 30. Activities to commemorate the 60th anniversary of the Antarctic Treaty signature. Activity will be on various HF bands between 40 and 10 metres. Switzerland joins Antarctic Treaty celebrations. Members of the Swiss National Organisation, USKA, supported by the Radio Amateur Club Swissair, HB9VC, joined the celebrations around the Antarctic Treaty with the call sign HB60ANT until the end of the year. If you're looking to get the Maldives in your logbook this month, November Remo is on the air as 8Q7RM. His plan is to operate for several hours each day. Send QSLs via his home call sign HB9SHD. Holy Land DX Group in Rwanda. Members of the Holy Land DX Group will operate from Rwanda, signing 9X4X between November 24 and December the 1st. They will run 3 stations on 160 to 10 metres using CW, SSB, RTTY and FT8, and will also participate in the CQ Worldwide DX CW contest, November 27-28. QSL via Ruben 4Z5FI. Japan 8J250IWA is helping celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Japanese city of Iwakawa. This call sign will be on the air through to December 5. QSLs will be sent via the Bureau. Belgian Special Prefix. Belgian Institute for Postal Services and Telecommunications has announced that the Belgian radio amateurs and Belgian radio clubs may replace the normal prefix ON in their call sign by the special prefix OS until December 12, 2021. This to celebrate the 120th anniversary of the first radio transmission on December 12, when Guglielmo Marconi succeeded in bridging the Atlantic Ocean with radio signals. We'll have more a little later on this major event. Croatia 9A. Members of the Croatian Flora Fauna ARC are QRV with special event call 9A10FF during all of 2021 to celebrate the club's 10th anniversary. Portugal CT. CQ750 RSI throughout 2021 commemorates the 750th anniversary of the birth of Elizabeth of Aragon, the Queen Consort of Portugal and patron saint of the city of Coimbra. QSL to home call CT7AQD. Finland. OF9X Old Father 9 Christmas. This Finnish station has excited the little radio operators and their families for many years from the land of Christmas. One Santa Claus was pushed to the North Pole, but the Santa transmissions from Finland have finally proved that Finland is the same as the North Pole. OF9X in December. To celebrate the 40th anniversary of the International Police Association Radio Club of Switzerland, look for special event station HP40 Police to be active until December 31st on 160 to 6 metres. Argentina, LU. Special event station L21 RCI is QRV during all of 2021 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the IAA Member Society Radio Club Argentino. QSL via LU4AA. Taiwan. QRV is BX30ARL until the end of 2021, marking the 30th anniversary of the Chinese Taipei Amateur Radio League. BX30ARL has been heard on 40 through to 6 metres. For VK1WIA National News, I'm Felix, VK4FUQ Inningham.
This is the home service of the Wireless Institute of Australia through VK1WIA. Now, special interest group news with Bruce, VK3FFF.
Good morning. Worldwide Special Interest Groups, Summits on the Air, Worldwide Flora, Fauna Program, Parks on the Air and other adventure groups. The Parks on the Air organisation, POTA, has announced the addition of more than 1,000 parks to its list of accredited locations. According to a report in CQ Newsroom, a small group of volunteers has spent the last several months examining user requests for new park accreditations and adding those that meet the criteria to the system list. The organisation also announced the formation of a formal help desk staffed by a rotating group of volunteers to provide technical support to POTA participants. Worldwide Special Interest Groups, CW. How do members of the world's CW organisations communicate best with one another when they don't have their fists on their keys or bugs? They unite as the International CW Council, a platform for CW clubs around the world. The Council just launched its website this month, using it to amplify their voice to promote and expand Morse code as a mode of communication between amateur radio operators. The 22 currently affiliated clubs include many familiar names: the Long Island CW Club, CW Ops, Fists, and the A1 Club of Japan. Worldwide Special Interest Groups, Digital. The WIA broadcast has gone digital. Yes, you heard it. Digital C4FM, that is. Now, the story on how it happened.
Back in January 2021, 3 VK5 amateurs came together and had a chat about putting the broadcast up on C4FM. They were Pete, VK5JP, Matt, VK5ZX, and Steve, VK5ST. Initial tests were done by taking the feed from VK5RAD, but the retransmitted broadcast received by VK5ZX, some 50 kilometers away, was reported as being of very poor quality. VK5ST suggested that injecting the MP3 file directly into a transceiver would yield better results, as he had previously been experimenting doing the same with analog HF transmissions. The WIA broadcast MP3 files were downloaded, injected into a Yaesu FT991A by VK5JP with instant success, but a few issues needed to be overcome. Finally, the problems were resolved, and the broadcast was manually put to air on Sunday, the 22nd of February 2021. VK5ST wrote a program for the Pi 4, which automated the broadcast process for C4FM. Several changes were made to the Pi 4 operating software by Steve and Pete, with an additional segment being added to the WIA broadcast. That new segment is Chris's Tech Corner, aired exclusively on C4FM. Chris's Tech Corner is hosted by K1KC and has proven to be quite popular. The WIA broadcast can be heard every Sunday morning across South Australia at 0900 hours and again at 1900 hours locally on the Adelaide 10G room, number 69159. The success of the WIA broadcast has been such that the opening statement across Australia is now a reality on digital C4FM. In fact, it is spreading to other countries.
And to find out exactly where in VK5 you can hear these outlets, go to the news page on wia.org.au and search the link, Where Do You Hear the News? Worldwide Special Interest Groups, Final Frontier. Satellite shorts from all over. A video of the talks given at the 36th Annual AMSAT UK Space Colloquium on October 24th, 2021 is now available on YouTube. The Philippines' second microsatellite, Diwata 2, marked its third year in space on Thursday, October 29th. The 57-kilogram satellite was launched into space in 2018, hitching a ride via an HIIA F4 rocket from the Tanegashima Space Center in Japan. A distance record has been claimed on AO109. K8YSE in EN91DH reported completing a CWQSO with AA5PK in DM91SK on the 26th of October 2021. Also, a new distance record has been set on PO101. F4DXV and A65GC completed a 5,256 kilometre QSO on the 10th of October 2021. Congratulations to all. Distance records for all satellites are recorded at amsat.org. A TV meteorologist in Louisville, Kentucky, Bryce Jones, did a Halloween feature story on zombie satellites. Deep in outer space, where machines orbit the Earth, they share the sky with the undead. Can these historic satellites come back to life? Satellites in high orbits, such as NOAA's Geostationary Operational Environmental Satellite, GOES, or GOES, orbiting 22,300 miles above the Earth, require too much fuel to slow down enough to safely re-enter our atmosphere, significantly cutting into their operational lifespans. Instead, these satellites perform one final fuel burn, sending them into graveyard orbits. Current US guidelines require a spacecraft to be raised to an orbit of at least 300 kilometres higher, well out of the way of the busier operational orbits below. The most recent NOAA satellite put to rest in a graveyard orbit was GOES 12. The final manoeuvre occurred after 3,788 days in service. You can read his spooky story at the link we like in this week's text edition of WIA National News. Worldwide Special Interest Group Military. Members of the Belgian Air Force Amateur Radio Association are operating 3 special event stations until the end of 2021. The call signs are Oscar November 75 Alpha Foxtrot, Oscar November 75 Bravo Alpha Foxtrot, and Oscar November 75 Bravo Foxtrot Sierra. The activations are in celebration of the 75th anniversary of the Belgian Air Force. I'm Bruce, VK3FFF in sunny Bendigo.
Hey, we've reached it already. The social scene. Now, last week I told you how there was just the one event left, and that was Rosebud Radio Fest. And every week we've been telling you that due to COVID-19 situations, please check all events for up-to-date status information, because even without COVID, dates have an uncanny knack of being changed at last moment. Point in hand, VK3's Rosebud Radio Fest by Spark, which was due to happen at 9:30am November 14, has been cancelled. But in VK4 on the Gold Coast, a new event already at the starting blocks. Here's the guff.
Hi, I'm Paul, VK4PY, and if you are heading to the Gold Coast in November to visit friends or a holiday perhaps, why not pop into the Gold Coast Amateur Radio Society Hamfest on Sunday the 21st of November, which is not that far away. The event will be held at the Country Paradise Parklands, which is at 231 Beaudesert Nerang Road, Nerang. Ticket prices are $5 per person, with the doors open to the public from 8:30am. Some of the tables that have been purchased for the event are supplies to the industry, along with other fellow amateurs and other clubs. To book a table or other info, go to allthews.gcars.com.au and look for the Hamfest tab, or email hamfest@gcars.com.au. See you hopefully at a Hamfest on the 21st of November. I'm Paul, VK4PY, and you're tuned to VK1WIA and the National News Service.
Now to the final, and then we're out of here. Next month, December, will mark the 100th anniversary of the 1921 transatlantic tests. That marked the beginnings of international shortwave communications via amateur radio, and many events and activities are planned to mark the occasion. The ARRL and RSGB are jointly sponsoring several events, according to the ARRL letter. The first will be the Transatlantic Centenary QSO Party on 16 metres between 0200 and 0600 UTC, December 12, the date on which ARRL's Paul Godley, 2ZE, at a station set up in Androssan, Scotland, successfully received the signals of several amateur stations in North America. The first was 1BCG in Connecticut, operated by members of the Radio Club of America. For the centennial, the ARRL will have W1AW on top band, and the RSGB, along with the GMDX group, will operate GB2ZE from Scotland. All participants will be able to download a certificate, and a special prize will be awarded to the first stations in both North America and the UK to contact both special event stations. In addition, the Crocodile Rock Amateur Radio Group will operate GB 102ZE from its base near Androssan between December 1 and 26, and all amateurs in the UK and Crown dependencies have been authorised during that time period to add /2ZE after their call signs. Finally, the Antique Wireless Association have been busy refurbishing a replica of the transmitter used on the Connecticut end of the transatlantic tests at 1BCG, and plans to have it on the air December 11 from a location near the original 1BCG station. So there we are. Next month, December, it all happens on amateur radio. Now till next we meet, I'm Graham, VK4 Baker. Walk softly.
From Australia, this has been the Wireless Institute of Australia with the weekly news service. This broadcast is in text, audio and video and is accessed on wia.org.au.
Courtesy of Bevan, VK5BD's ATV and YouTube channel, this has been WIA National News. We're back now, live and local, and your voice, your callbacks. And don't forget, tick like.